How's it feel?
What's that?
How's it feel?
Feels good.
Got on it with a little horsepower. You get that, but it's the 2 or even leaving past it. Turn 5 has also been, I've just been taking that a couple different ways. I wanted to see your technique on that one too.
Try to stay out a little bit, get the car down. Of course we got this guy now. Turn 5, just tap the brake, turn in. You want to be sure to get the apex control your exit out all the way to the curbing, all right? Rotate the car. So in the turns, you turn to progressive turn in and give it a kick at the end. You get rotation on the car.
Oh yeah.
One more lap?
Let's do it.
About curves and curves. Curves you rotate. Curves you curve. Turn 1 we curve. We curve it. Turn 3 you'll see me rotate the car. Progressive, now let's kick it around a little bit. That gets the nose to turn in on you for you.
Nice.
Watch it again. So the thing to learn is, as I said all day, racing is about corners, right? So it's about carrying as much speed into the corner, getting the car nose pointed where you need it to go, and then being able to get on the throttle sooner.
Okay.
So when it comes to curbs, the S's that we just did,
yep.
You see me turn it in, I just give it a little kick at the end to get the nose to rotate around.
Yeah.
The back will slide. Sometimes you get a little oversteer, so you see me adjusting a little bit.
Yep.
But that's allowing the nose of the car to come down so I can get on the throttle a lot faster.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep. Big time.
So it's not something you get used to right now, but that's as hard as we can go without more safety equipment.
You were pushing the shit out of it.
I was getting the tires. I don't know where you are. Where are you?
Oh yeah, right here. Back it up.
Okay.
Or actually, right.
You want to do right here?
That one there. Yep. Perfect.
So yeah, we were starting to get to the maximum of the tire. You could get, if you were on slicks, we could push a little harder.
Damn.
But point is, you're starting to see the effect of what I'm talking about.
Definitely. And then what you were talking about curves versus turns? Is that what you said? It was hard to understand you, but you were talking about the difference between turn 1, where it's more of just a gradual.
Yeah, it's a curve, right? So that's my terminology, but it and my coach's terminology for that matter. So
yep.
I'm gonna get off your brakes here. Okay, hopefully I'm far enough back. But yeah, so when you're going through a curve, like 1 or 2.
So you didn't hit the brakes?
I didn't hit the brakes, no. But because what you want to do is, when you're coming into something like that, where you're not going to go full throttle on this car, I don't know if we can do full throttle. I didn't push it to the limit.
For sure.
But the fact is, so I came in, I lifted a little bit, but I didn't go through it off the throttle. I always had a little bit of maintenance throttle just so I had control, positive control of the car. Mm-hmm. Then you came off, then you can get the throttle down as soon as you feel good and And 2's the same way. So you're just trying to curve through it, and you're trying not to load the tires too much with friction, lateral friction, from turning in too much. So actually on 2, you don't apex 2, because you're scrubbing too much. There's too much friction on the tire trying to get down there.
Okay.
So it's a curving turn. You let the car kind of go where it wants to go, and you carve through it. Turn 3 is now your first curb, right? So
gotcha.
on those, when you brake, you're off the throttle, you turn in, and because this car has suspension, you can take a little trail braking. You can brake into it a little bit and release. You might get a little counter steer, but that's all right. But the main thing is, as you're turning into it, it's a progressive turn. Like my coach is Danish, he'll go, it's just progressive, and he turns in, because you're trying to kick that, as you're coming through, you're just trying to kick the nose around a little bit so the car goes, whoa, just like that a little bit. And just that little bit allows you to get on the throttle so much faster. You do have to be prepared to manage a little oversteer, though. You might get a little kick out of it.
Yep.
It's okay. If you know it might happen, you just go, whoa, here we go.
Yep.
Right? And that's what you do through all these turns, through 6. Then it was 7, 8 was not much, 9 not much, 10 is a kind of a higher speed kicker.
Okay.
Coming out of here.
Yeah.
So you want to go around, you just want to kind of get that nose around as you're throttling through. And
nice.
That's it. So there are no 2 turns that are the same, but there are a lot of turns that are similar.
Where are you?
So as you're driving a lot, you begin to identify, okay, this is an off-camber left or whatever, up or whatever, and you begin to understand what to do with all these different kind of curves. So that's it. Hope I was helpful. Thank you for driving me.
Right.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tom. That was awesome, man.
You bet. Have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
See that much studying about it.